Hello, everybody. Here we are. Here I am again. I'm actually going with a buddy today. Arthur's with me on this trip. We've got a 9-day trip that we're on, and 5 of those days we're going to be camping. 4 of them we're staying in motel rooms. We're going to see what we can do by looking for the cheapest Travelocity hotels, and we're going to kind of rate those and see how those turn out. But we've got 4 nights in hotels, so the cheapest ones, we've got a little bit of a criteria that I'm going to go by. I don't want them to be 1-star hotels or motels. I'm really looking for motels. But if they've got a couple of good reviews, we're going to try them out, see how they work out. So join me on this adventure, and let's go see how this works out for us. Okay, so looking at these hotels, we have an extended stay in Gulfport for $54. Then there's a extended stay for $54, a Days Inn for $56. Let's look at this Days Inn. We might try this. So let me see how far we are from Gulfport, and then we'll make a selection. Okay, we're about 4.5 hours away from Gulfport. I think that's going to be where we stay. It's 3 o'clock right now, so that put us there about 7:30. And I think that leaves us about 500 miles for tomorrow to travel. And we're going to go try this. We're going to go try out this Days Inn by Wyndham. And we're going to go try it out. Let's go see what this is like. Let you know when I get there. We made it into the hotel that we checked into. We're in Gulfport, Mississippi. We made it from Texas all the way to Mississippi. So this is our first night here. Here's the hotel, or motel actually, that we're checking into. So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna see how hopefully clean this room is. And we're just hopefully, I think we're gonna get a good night's sleep. We've been on the road for freaking 12 hours already. We took off at 8 o'clock this morning, and it's been 12 hours. So I'm sure we're gonna sleep like babies tonight. But anyway, we're gonna check out this room. Let's see what it looks like for $54 bucks. Is that what we paid for it? Something like that. So anyway, let's see what it looks like. Okay, so here we go. Let's check this out. Let's see what it's like. It smells clean. Doesn't look too bad. Let's see how comfortable these beds are once we get settled in. But here we are. Not too bad. This one worked out good. We'll talk a little bit more about it. Okay, we got the lights turned on.
And everything's coming to light.
And everything's coming to light. There are some stains on this bed. I don't know what that is. It don't look good. But we will as long as they're comfortable, we're gonna be good. So how was the stay here? Actually, it wasn't too bad for the price that we got.
And I would love for it to be today.
We got it for, I think we ended up paying about 60 bucks for the room after taxes and everything, but we'll look at some of the reviews here in a minute, see if they hold true. But got a good night's rest. Arthur's still asleep over there. You don't want to wake up. Wake up, cabron. Beds were comfortable, slept okay. Besides the cigarette burns in the sheets here, there was some holes in the sheets, but hey, they were clean. Smelled clean. The room was good. Got the shower cleaned up, so it was a decent night's rest considering for the price. Also have a breakfast, so let's go check this out and see what they've got. Can't beat free breakfast, right? So here we walk in, and there's small breakfast. They've got waffles, cold cereal, muffins, and of course coffee. So not a bad breakfast to get started, to get your morning started. But we've got to get packed up. We've got to get packed up and head on out here in just a bit, because we've got another about 500 miles to ride today. But that's our first night. Actually wasn't too bad. Let's see what we can find for the second night, but we'll look for that here in just a little bit and see what we can find, and we'll get with you on that to show you what we find and how we look that one up. But here we go. We're heading out in just a bit, and we'll keep on our journey. Okay, so yesterday I said that it was a 4-star. Actually, what that was, it's 4 out of 10. Is what the reviews were. So some of them here. I'm gonna give this one, probably for a budget hotel, I'm gonna say 6.5. Is what it was, because it was clean. Not much to say, but some of the reviews here, somebody gave them a 2 out of 10, said it was terrible. Been trying to get her money back. Place was gross, burnt holes in the sheets, which was confirmed. There were holes in the sheets, paint all over the mirror, no lampshade. She felt unsafe. I didn't feel unsafe at all last night. It was pretty well lit outside, so it wasn't bad. And then, of course, there are mixed reviews. We have one 8 out of 10 here that said it was good. The room was good, clean, staff was kind, which the staff was friendly yesterday. Here's another terrible review, 2 out of 10. Place was filthy with feces on bed, had to leave, want a refund. We did find some stains on the comforter yesterday. I'm not for sure what those were, but we showed you those. Here's another one, 8 out of 10, said it was good. Hotel is old, which I can confirm. It's an older place, but the room was clean, staff is friendly, so I'll hold true to that one. Here's somebody that gave him a 10 out of 10, so just said it was great. Another terrible review, 2 out of 10. In my opinion, this property was disgusting. It should be removed from the list of suggestions. The room I was given was poorly maintained, had a foul odor, and was dirty. I suggest you choose a different property. I would suggest that it wasn't too bad. Like I said, it was clean. And that's basically all we were looking for, was a place to lay our heads down and get us some rest. So we continue on our journey. But just some mixed reviews there. 8 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 4 out of 10. Dirty room floors, sheets didn't stay on the bed, holes in the sheets. Once again, that one was confirmed. Gaps around the door. So it's just an older property, but wasn't too bad. Like I said, I'd give it a 6.5 at least, or 7.5. What did I say the first time? Either way, 6.5, 7.5, somewhere around there. Wasn't too bad. It was a good rest. So let's see what we can find at our next stop. We'll keep on going. Here we are on day number 2. Let's see what we can find. I think we're probably about 140 miles out of Jacksonville. So we're going to try to find us a room there. Let's see what we can find. I did look a little bit earlier. So let's go through this and we'll see what we can come up with as far as an inexpensive hotel and see what this one's like. I'm a little scared this time, but let's see what this turns out to be. I found this Scottish Inn. It's in downtown Jacksonville. It's got a 5.6 rating out of 10. There's 1,000 reviews. So let's see what this one looks like. I'm going to go ahead and book this one. Scottish Inn, we're looking at $49 a night. So 49 bucks. Let's see how this one is, and we'll rate this one once we get there, see what it's like. But we're about 100 miles out of Jacksonville, and that's where we're going to stay tonight. So let's see how this works out for us. I'll let you know, keep you filled in. Okay, this is what we get for $49. Let's see. There we go. Oh, it's already open. Yeah, carpet. Smell is gonna take some getting used to. The light wouldn't come on when I first came in, so I had to turn it on there. Now that light turned on. Look, they do have flat screens.
That was my first complaint.
And what is this, a router? I don't know what that is, but anyway. Yeah, definitely an older room. That sink looks like it's fixing to fall out of the... It's a big bathroom, but bigger than the last room. But definitely old. Okay, we're just gonna have to get used to the smell. And are the sheets clean? Yeah.
There's a cigarette burn.
Another cigarette burn. Ooh. Okay, now that I might tell them to change. So $49, guys. Yeah. Hey, it is what it is, right? So here we are, night 2 in this place. So the whole story is we got here and they assigned us to a room, and there was somebody in the room that they gave us the key to, so we had to go tell them somebody's in that room, man. So they assigned us a different room. I don't know if that one would have been any better or not, but I mean, you can just, pictures are crooked. Another cigarette burn over here in this sheet, but it smells clean. So I guess we're good. We stayed here at the Scottish Inn here in Jacksonville. Like I said, I guess that's what you get for $49, but it was okay. Got a good night's sleep anyway. Wasn't too bad. I'm gonna give this one probably about a 5 out of 10. The smell in the room wasn't great, but like I said, I got a good night's sleep. And there was a little taco shop or restaurant right down the street here that we went to last night. Went and hung out there for a little bit, so it was only about a block away. Got that done. So we're headed on into Daytona. We'll see how that works out for us, but we're gonna be camping there for about 5 nights. So we'll see y'all on the flip side of that, on the couple of nights stay that we have on our way back home. We are on our way home now. We're in some little town here in Florida that we stopped by, but we're gonna try to make it to Pensacola tonight. I think we can make it there. We're gonna try to get to Pensacola, and so we're looking at our rooms. Our Travelocity, once again, the cheapest ones that we can stay in. We found one called Hotel del Sol, $56. So let's see what this one's like. I'm gonna go ahead and reserve this one and see what this one gives us. Let's see what this one brings us tonight. Making it here to Pensacola, and this is the hotel that we booked, so it doesn't look too bad so far. Hotel del Sol. So let's see what we're walking into here. It's got that hotel smell. But it looks okay. We made it to this hotel, got checked in, and walking around here, there's no way we're gonna stay here. There's just all these people hanging out outside. There was people back around the corner there. It looks like people just and make themselves at home. It doesn't even look like a motel. Looks like an apartment complex. But it's definitely not gonna work for us. We're gonna have to pick somewhere else. Let me go up front. Let's go see if we can't get this taken care of, because this ain't gonna work. As we were fixing to come check out, the owner of the hotel came out and spoke to us, gave us a room right up front here, right next to the office. If they'd have given us this room in the first place, we would have probably never seen what was going on back in the back. But we're gonna give this a shot. We're right next to the office. I feel a little bit better about it. Arthur, how do you feel?
Oh man, total game changer from the back to the front.
Oh yeah, it looks like a totally different place up here. I showed you the video of what it looked like back there in the back. Okay, sorry, my battery died. Had to replace it, but we came into the room and have already brought our stuff in. We'll get a little review a little bit later on, but we walk in here and it's not too bad. Ceiling needs some work, but hey, it's a place to sleep. We'll check some other things a little bit closer, but so I come in and there's no towels in the bathroom. Did you use the restroom when you came in? Oh, okay. So these are the towels they gave us. They said, here. So far, not impressed, but hey, we're gonna give it a shot. Do what?
$60 is $60.
Yep, so he did say we could park up here in the handicap, so he's giving us the special treatment, I guess.
Hotel Del Sol VIP, baby.
VIP. Yeah, this is definitely an experience. So here we go. Hey, we're gonna go get us something to eat and treat ourselves to a nice dinner. See if we can't find us something good to eat, and I think we found a restaurant, so we're gonna go try that out. But either way, here we go. So this was our hotel last night, Hotel Del Sol here in Pensacola, Florida. Woke up to some rain this morning, but I think it's clearing out. I'm hoping we're gonna be not caught in the rain all day today, but here's a better view of the place that we picked last night. Like I said, the front part of it doesn't look too bad. It wouldn't until you start getting into it that you start finding place is definitely a little sketchy. Just needs some work done to it. But this is our $60 hotel last night that we stayed in. I also ended up having to go buy a new hitch, or a coupler for my hitch anyway, and got that put on. Pulled up last night and I was missing the bolt out of the bottom of it. It's a miracle I didn't lose that thing going down the highway, but anyway. If you're wanting to come swimming here, probably not a good idea. That looks pretty green. I don't know if I'd swim in that. Last night when we pulled up, they'd given us a room back over here, and there were just people hanging out here, and no telling what they were doing. Definitely some sketchy people. They were just hanging out. How are you?
How are you, sir?
Doing good, thank you. I think it was in one of these rooms, but yeah, if they just clean this place up, it might not be too bad. Let me show you, our definitely been let to go down here hill. There's just stuff like this. I mean, come on. People were hanging out here, just sitting out there in their chairs, and I was not about to park my motorcycle back here, not knowing. Looks like they're doing some work, but it's a long way from it. On the Travelocity rating scale that I've been using, 1 to 10, I can't give this one more than a 2. And the only reason I would give it a 2 is because the 2 front counter ladies that have been helping us out and trying to get us situated are definitely a ton of help. Thanks and a shout out to them for being patient with us, and they were definitely very nice, good to talk to. Had a great conversation with them. But yeah, there's a whole story behind that I won't even get into. But they were definitely very helpful. So that's the only reason that I would give this place anything other than a 0, really, because everything else just wasn't that great. But I'll give them a 2, maybe 2.5, like I said, just because they were friendly and they did help us out and did a good job taking care of us. So I'll give them that. Got that fixed. But here's the room, and it's got 2 doors. So you walk in, you can walk in from the outside, but the key does not work on that. The room is definitely in some disrepair. Just an old place. I'm sure it was a decent place when it was first opened up, and that's because they upgraded us to a nicer room, they said. But just definitely old. Then the second door opens up into a hallway that definitely has a terrible, terrible smell out here. But it looks like they're trying to do some work to the place. But they are a long way from it, let me tell you. So beds were comfortable. We did get a good night's sleep here last night. Air conditioning worked, that was fine. I think we've got newer mattresses from where they moved us over to here, but these mattresses are definitely they're definitely comfortable, but just old, just needs to be redone. But for $60, what can you expect? And this is our stay in Pensacola for $60. This is what you get. But at least got some rest, and that was good. So we're gonna hit the road. Let's see if we can make it back to Texas today. We're gonna try. Let's see how far we can get. I may end up staying in Louisiana. Let's just see how we feel. But we're headed back home, and we'll got one more night, one more hotel, and let's see what comes of it. Well, one more night before we're in Texas, or back in Texas. So we are looking for a place in Lake Charles. Let's see if we can do better than we did last night with that one. But we'll go in here and sort these out by lowest to highest. This time I'm going to read the reviews. So the cheapest one is a Motel 6 for $51. And wherever Sulphur's at, it's got to be close. Oh, wait a minute. That says let's see. There's a budget in. Okay, we're deciding to step it up just a little bit. Instead of going with the cheapest, we found a Days Inn for $75. 7.6 rating out of 10. Let's check some of the reviews. Parking was cramped, they said, but the price was good. 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10. Well, the ratings look, 10, 2 out of 10. Here's a bad one. Didn't inspect the property. I checked in and carried my bags to room 211. Chicken bones everywhere. garbage all over on the ground around the garbage can. I left my bag and went to eat. After lunch, I went and got my bag, locked the keys in the room, and headed home. Okay. That's the only bad one. So we're the 2 out of 10. Terrible. The guy at front desk was rude. So just because they were rude to him. The building is old. It has been remodeled, but still shows its age. The remodel looks like a DIY situation. Train tracks run behind the building and could wake you. It's not the most quiet location, but it could be so much worse. Okay, you gonna give it a shot?
Yeah.
Okay, we're trying the Days Inn by Wyndham. We'll see what this one brings us. Well, we made it here to Lake Charles, and we're here at a Days Inn, which is definitely looks a lot better than any of the other ones we've stayed at so far. But I already brought our stuff in, but here's what we got for 70, how much was it? 70 some odd bucks, $77. So we did pay a little bit more tonight, but we figured it's our last night. We needed a little bit more comfort, not so much of a surprise, but definitely a lot cleaner, smells better. Bathroom looks clean and good. Arthur, what do you think of this one?
We're safe. We are safe.
We're safe. Yeah. So there are a few people hanging out here too, but I guess that's just the thing. But anyhow, we'll get a better night's rest tonight, I think. So, well, I made it back home from this adventure. Was definitely a different type of trip, a different type of video here that I made today, or this time around. I wanted to kind of see what we could do with finding some of the cheaper motels and cheaper options on our way to Florida. Was surprised with a couple of them. We definitely got a couple of surprises with them in the videos, you could tell there. But once I kind of figured out what how Travelocity did their ratings and so forth, I kind of got a little bit of a better idea of how to do that. But yeah, those 2 hotels that were definitely, I would say, I don't know if I would stay in those again. The one in, the one there in Jacksonville, I don't know if I would go back to that one or not. That was an interesting deal, giving us a key to a room that somebody already had, that somebody was in, so we had to go back and get another key. Definitely in a sketchy part of town. So that one was a little rough. And then the one in Pensacola, it was a little shocking when we went back around the back of that building and saw everybody back there just hanging out. And I know they're up to some nefarious things, but once he offered us that room up front, we decided, hey, let's go ahead and give it a shot. There was a counter person there all night. We were right in front of the office, so she said that she would watch our bikes for us and make sure that nothing happened. But it was definitely a sketchy area again there for sure. But it was interesting. It was fun. It was good to do. We did sleep well for the most part in the rooms, even though there was a couple of them that those 2 in particular that had terrible smell to them, but it wasn't bad enough to where we couldn't sleep or stay there. It was just off a little bit. The last one we stayed in there in Lake Charles, it was a nicer place, and I would definitely stay there again. So it looked a lot better. So it was a fun, interesting trip. I definitely had a good time. So if you enjoyed it, give me a like. Be sure to subscribe. It helps me out a little bit. I'm just trying to do this for fun, and hopefully one of these days I can get one that goes viral on me. But just trying to have some fun and put this out there for you guys. I'm definitely enjoying the journeys and the adventures that I take. So thanks a lot for joining me. We'll see you on the next one.